Welcome to the Leadership TKO podcast, your source of strategies and insight to make you a winning leader. With no further ado, here is your host.
All right.
Lakeisha
Hello to
McKnight.
each and every one of you. Lakeisha McKnight is here. Hello, hello, hello. Glad to be here on this lovely evening. It is indeed a Tuesday, December 12th, 2017. This is indeed the Leadership TKO, the night show via podcast. All right. So glad to be here. Glad to be here. All right. So what I am going to do before we get into any background information or valuable content that we're going to share tonight, I'm going to share on my timeline and other relevant places I'm connected to and allow people to know that I am live. We're here. And we are about to take off with the episode tonight. So let me go ahead and share. I'm going to first share on my timeline. I'm going to put in there, join me now as I am live chatting with okay. So I'm going to go and I'm going to, of course, share this on the timeline. So here we go. Boom. There we have it. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to share in a community group for Leadership TKO. All right. Right there on Facebook. I'm going to share there. Here we have it. Okay. Let's get there. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share it there. Okay, and then we also have a special group for authors connected to the brand itself. So I'm going to go ahead and share there. Here we go. There we have it. Okay. All right, and then I will tell you that I do have a personal fan page. I am going to go ahead and share on my personal fan page just to kind of tap in and let people know, hey, we're on the Spreaker platform. We're not on the fan page doing an audio live. Okay, so we're not there tonight. Okay, just in case people are trying to figure out, where is she? Right? And I'm also going to share on a station page. So hold on, let me get there. Okay. Wonderful. Here we have it. Perfect. So we've shared in other relevant places, specifically on Facebook, because that is the platform that I leverage the most. Now, of course, we can share it in other places, and we may have a way in which we're going to just streamline all this and kind of push one button, and it's all going to go out to every single place. So we have that change that's going to be manifesting in 2018. So stay tuned for that. But we're out and about, and that's the reason why we do not have an audio live stream on the fan page tonight. So be sure to tell your friends, your family members, your buddies that we're not on the audio live stream, but we're on the Spreaker platform tonight. Be sure to let them know, let the word get around. But this particular podcast is connected. It's a podcast, first of all, that airs Sundays through Fridays at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 o'clock, okay? And it's one of two podcasts that's on the Leadership TKO internet radio station. The other podcast is called the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast. That airs every Tuesday and Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? So that's what we're doing, and that's the two podcasts that's on the internet radio station connected to Leadership TKO. And Leadership TKO's internet radio station is one of several subdivisions, a part of the Leadership TKO brand. Now, just in case you're wondering, well, Lakeisha, what is Leadership TKO all about? Well, first, I will tell you that TKO stands for Truths That Have Kept the Overcomer. We truly believe that there are some principles across the board that applies in every setting that will help you to grow and become a winning leader. And so we share all of these truths in the Leadership TKO book in greater detail. So you want to make sure you grab your copy of that book and learn more about the brand, if you may, by visiting the website www.leadershiptko.com. That's the website that you would want to be on. All right. And the brand I can tell you we do have some protection for it. It's legally protected by an LLC by the name of the International Leadership Education and Development Company, better known as iLead for short. We have that acronym because we know it's a long title. And the whole motto and philosophy of iLead is really to enhance the leadership potential of all humanity, but more specifically, entrepreneurial leaders. We know that we cater to that group specifically more often than any other type of group. So we encourage you to visit our website for the overall company. And that website is www.ilead, company, company.com, ileadcompany.com. So we thank you so very much for being connected, your listenership. We want to say hello to each and every one of you in other countries, not just here in the United States where we're based, but we want to say hello to those of you in South Africa, hello to those of you in the Ukraine, and many of you in Croatia, throughout Asia, throughout the whole continent of Asia, throughout the whole continent of Africa. We thank you so much and we appreciate you. Those of you in Australia, we thank you so very much. And even in South America, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So thank you so much for being connected. Now, I will share and let you know that on Tuesdays, we like to connect with authors. Okay. So if you are an inspiring author, if you have published 3, 4, 10, 20 books, you are in the right place at the right time because we want to serve you. We want to help you to learn how to utilize your words, your written words, to grow your influence, your impact, and your income. And this is why we cater to authors on Tuesdays. We want to best serve you so that you can grow as a leader. So if we can do that, let's dive into it. Because we did have a message that we shared, which has a lot to do with writing. Some of you probably wouldn't have thought it would be possible, but it's possible for you to write a book in 30 days. Yes. And actually, it can happen less than that. But we're talking about 30 days specifically tonight. And I have an example of a style of book that we focused in on specifically on the blog today. Now, before I dive into little pointers regarding the subtitle of the day, I will tell you that, it is possible to write a book. Some people make it extremely hard, but it's really, really not that difficult. You may be saying, well, Lakeisha, it's easy for you to say because you may have published a book already. And I can tell you that once you finish publishing just one book, the next book, the third, the fourth book will be just a teeny bit easier. Okay. It's just getting over the hump and publishing this first book. I tell you, I've made so many mistakes with my first book, which was called Goals, Guidelines on Achieving Life Success. I made so many mistakes, but I've learned from those mistakes. And you can learn as well. And you will learn some things to do better the next time around. So even as you're listening to this tonight, I want to share 2 points. Number 1, if you find anything helpful, hit the heart button on the Spreaker platform. And then number 2, if you're on here, you're listening in, feel free to leave a comment or ask a question while we're here live on the platform, because I'm here to better serve you and help you to get your words and build your influence with your words and get them published in a book so that you can impact the lives of so many more people. So again, our subtopic for tonight, not just writing a book in 30 days, but helping you to write a tips book. I don't know how many of you have ever thought, man, it'd be great for me to just put all of my little tips, my nuggets, my golden nuggets inside one just cohesive book. It could be a mini book. It can be like an ebook, or it could just be a regular paperback book, but just getting them in a book. Many people don't really publish and really kind of print the hardback books anymore. I don't really see them that often anymore. It's just really like the paperback. And many times, many people are doing the ebooks or the PDFs so that people can easily access the content. But I will tell you, it's really, really simple now. Okay. It's really simple to do the tips book. And I'm going to give you a couple of golden nuggets. And I will encourage you to head to the blog message. That's going to be the link for it's going to be included in the description area. I'm going to encourage you to read the message of the day just to get some thoughts. I provide some thoughts on there so that you can get plugged in. And then I'm going to share with you a wonderful way by which you can learn how to write a book. And you can potentially do it in a weekend. How does that sound? Hopefully you're excited about that because we have some great opportunities for you for 2018. All right. So what I will share with you is this. When it comes to a tips book, it really boils down to being a how-to book. How to do this. How to do this. 101 ways to do this. It's really a how-to type of book. And many people enjoy it because it's systematic. So when you can put together a systematic book where people can understand that all they need to do is point 1, point 2, point 3, or they can take a couple of those suggestions you made in those tips that you provided and see results. That's what people want. They want more than ever to see results. So I can make a book that says 100 ways, right, to publishing a book that transforms lives. Or 100 tips, or maybe 70 tips, or if you have a special magic number, 77 tips, right? 77 tips to losing weight, or 77 ways to lose weight, right? Anything that you would like to do. And as a matter of fact, I'm giving you a little bit of a secret. I am going to be publishing somewhat of a little bit of a book that's going to give you a couple of nuggets, a couple of golden ways to get fit. So I'm thinking about 100 ways to get fit. You definitely want to get your hands on that book. And I'm doing this because I've gradually gained a love for fitness and for health. And so that's the reason why I'm going to come out with that book. I really enjoy. I just want to share my thoughts, some of the things that I've done and some of the things that some of my other counterparts and my other buddies have done that's going to really help you to get fit. So you definitely want to get your hands on that. Okay. But more information about that is definitely to come in many, many, many more weeks. So don't worry. But will give you a heads up as to when it's coming out. So here's the deal. Here's the deal now. It's possible to do it. Many of you probably have quotes. Many of you may have little tips that, anything where you generated results. Think about it in your life right now. Come on, take a little bit of a journey down memory lane, if you will. Throughout this entire year, maybe let's go as far as the last 5 years. Was there something that you've accomplished greatly where you feel that you can give people some suggestions on? I mean, what was that one thing that may have popped in your mind right now as you're thinking about it and as we're chatting right now? That one thing that pops into your mind. You're like, Lakeisha, man, I got a couple of nuggets about this. I love to share it. If that's you, okay, that's an idea. Whatever that first niche area, topic, subtopic may be, that's it. Because that's where your heart is. Okay. And you can get your thoughts down, begin to write your tips. Some of you probably have books already. You know how you wrote tips on Facebook and other platforms? You can go back there, gather those tips and nuggets and begin to share those, begin to publish those. That's your sweet spot right there. So I want you to think about it, your sweet spot. Okay. And whatever nuggets that you have maybe wrote down or gave people throughout the years, compile those into an ebook, into a printed book that can be a paperback, and you'll be well on your way. Okay. Well on your way. And then all you have to do, of course, make sure you edit it, format it, right? Get a great book cover created. Make sure all of the parts are in your book that you need to have in there. Choose a platform to publish it on, or if you want to go the traditional route of getting a publisher, get a publisher, and you'll be well on your way to publishing a tips book. Okay. But I share more details and content on the blog message. So make sure you head on over there once we place the link in the description area, which will be there within the next hour or so. Okay. It will be there within the next hour. But I just want to say thank you so much once again. I know I probably said it a million times, but thank you so much for being connected to the Leadership TKO Night Show. And we're designed to do so much more. We want to be led by God as to what we should be doing next. And we don't want to overextend ourselves as well. So just keep that in mind. All right. Being as though, it is Authorship Tuesday. And I just want to celebrate you. Is it possible to celebrate you? I really do want to just celebrate you so much more. And we're thinking we have some things that's coming down the pipeline. We're going to let you know about when some of these programs are going to be releasing, which leads me to talking about a special program for those of you who want the extra help. You really like, man, Lakeisha, I've procrastinated. Yeah, I know. I've done it too in the past. Okay. I've done it. Procrastinated and didn't get your book published. this year. Okay. Let's get it done in 2018 and let's get help. Don't let your pride get in the way, but let's get out there and let's get that book published, and we can get it done within the Book in a Weekend program. Okay. Influential Writers Book in a Weekend program. And so details about that program with the link is going to be actually included in the description area so that you can go ahead and check it out. All right. But there's a couple of dates that are available in 2018 that you can enroll in. They quickly fill up, so just be aware. And it's really an intimate setting. It's a virtual event, so it's not something where you have to physically be present. All you need is a computer or a phone, and you'll be able to participate in the Book in the Weekend program. And yes, replays will be made available, so you don't have to worry if you miss a day during that weekend. You can always go back and listen to the content. Okay. There's more to it than just calls. There's other content included in there. There's some sheets, handouts, some checklists that will be included to make things easier for you. Sometimes we will come together and do, I think there's one part of it where there will be a live stream type of segment there connected through Facebook, and some other elements included in there. And we make it feasible. I believe there's also an option for a payment plan also, just in case you all need to, you want to split it up and you're like, man, Lakeisha, I don't want to do it all at once, but I need to split it up. We do have an option for that for you. So if you're ready to get it done, not procrastinate, not delay it, and you really want that accountability and you want to do it right so that you'll be able to generate income from it. That's the key. The key is not trying to publish so many books and say that you've published 10, but yet you have no revenue to show for it. The key is to publishing a quality transformational book that will generate results and thus continue to bring in sales. That's the type of book that you want. And we can help you to do that through the Book in the Weekend program. Okay, so stay tuned. The link for all of this will be included in the description area of tonight's episode. And for those of you ladies listening in, I have a little something for you as well. You all probably heard us talk about it throughout the year, and that's with the Born to Lead Global Women's Leadership Campaign. If you're looking to get some balance going on in your life, you want to be a strong leader and you want to be balanced, we have some balance for you through the Born to Lead campaign. Now, it's free to be a member, and when you become a member, you get access to life skills mentorship. You get access to leadership and business training that you can register for. All right. And there's small business Saturdays where you can present information about your business in front of the group. And we can probably provide some pointers for you so that when you go to other networking events, you'll know exactly what you can say to attract your ideal clients. So information about the Born to Lead campaign, the link will also be included in the description area, but I will verbalize it now. It's www.borntolead2018.com. So let me spell it for you, just in case, of course, you can't really hear it clearly. It's www.b as in boy, O as in orange, R as in real, N as in Nancy, T as in Tom, O as in orange, L as in leader, E as in Edward, A as in apple, D as in dog, 018.com. So it's borntolead2018.com. You can register for free. It doesn't matter if you speak another language. It doesn't matter if you're another country. You can be in Africa and register. You can be in Asia and register. You can be in Australia and register. We welcome you to register because we want to see you grow as a leader. All right. So again, I want to say I appreciate you on behalf of all the leaders and everyone connected to Leadership TKO and the iLead company. We thank you so much for listening in here on the night show here on this great Tuesday, and it could be Wednesday where you are right now. Thank you so much for being plugged in. We're going to be back here tomorrow because tomorrow is Winning Leader Wednesday. We're going to have a specific type of training for you. We're actually going to be coming from one of my mentor's books, Dr. John Maxwell. We're going to be sharing some content from there. And then, of course, continuing on with the series that we've begun over the last couple of weeks. I believe this is the 8th trait for the composition of successful lady leaders that we're going to talk about on tomorrow. So make sure you get plugged in. But other than that, I appreciate you. I thank you so very much. And until the next time we do come together again, I do encourage you to think, to speak, and to live leadership.
Thanks for listening to the Leadership TKO podcast. To continue the conversation of how to take your leadership from good to great, visit www.leadershiptko.com.